What is up, Square Nation? Welcome back to No Counters, No Combos, and it's Tuesday, so we're talking some tech. Now, I know last week there was a little bit of a lack of tech talk. Honestly, I just didn't really have a good option to discuss. So I figured, I'm a big believer in not, just putting content out there just for the sake of having content. I want to make sure there's some levity behind it. So I figured it's better for me and for you to just kind of nix that week and just start fresh next week. But this week we have a very interesting card. I've been talking a lot with my teammate David, who's been piloting Pan since Set 7 has dropped. And he's got a very good, very successful build, which I'm sure will feature on the channel here in the near future. And, we were talking about a lot of the new cards from Set 7 and a lot of things that are being overlooked and just Pan in general and her place in the meta. And obviously you guys know I'm a big fan of Pan. I've been playing Pan for a very long time. But he's had a lot of success with his current deck build. And one of the card choices he has, which you can see to the right here, is Vegeta Unyielding Temperament. Now, Vegeta Unyielding Temperament is a 3-cost 15k critical. It's a World Martial Arts Tournament power booster. So it's one of the least expensive ones you could possibly get. But it's a very interesting card. So let's look at what exactly he does. So he's a 3-drop 15k crit. He's a 0-cost 5k combo power. He's a Saiyan, and he's red. Okay, now his auto is when this card is KO'd or placed in the drop area from a battle area by your opponent's skills. You can choose one card in your hand with an original cost of 2 or less and play it. Now, why is this in Pan? Okay. And obviously, well, not obviously, but the last line of text is their skills. The card that you play off of Vegeta, their skills are negated for the duration of the turn. So, why is this card in Pan? So, here's why. Pan predominantly is going to be a very 2-cost heavy deck. You have a lot of targets in the deck that are 2-cost or less. So, being able to generate a free body on board for Vegeta's replacement is very, very good. Now, obviously, Set 7 has introduced us to Familial Bonds, which is the 2-cost red extra card that essentially recurs a 3 or less 15k or less Saiyan from the drop area for 2 energy. So that's very, very good. Pan has become a very efficient leader in playing her threats. Essentially, you can get Fearless Pan for 2 energy, which is insane from the drop area. And you also have the added bonus of searching 4-star Dragon Balls if you choose to do so. So why Vegeta is good is because it's a critical threat that Pan normally doesn't get. So if you're not familiar with the card pool or what has been played in Pan in the past, really your only critical threats are going to be your 1-drop intensifying power Trunks or 2-drop quick rush Trunks, which not a lot of people choose to play. So having a crit attacker is very good for Pan decks, especially because you can give them double strike with Champa, or you can give them double strike with Fearless Pan. So Vegeta is good because it's only a 3-drop. It's a 15k swing, but because it's a Saiyan, you can also play it off of Familial Bonds. And when it's KO'd, it does have that added effect of playing a card from your hand that's 2 or less. So obviously, if you're playing a 2 or less card that's 15k from your hand, since it's your opponent's turn, you are going to proc Pan's leader skill, buffing your battle card by 5k, making it a 20k, and drawing a card. So it's essentially a +1 because the battle card you get out of your hand is replacing the presence on board, and you're drawing a card off of it. So it's really interesting to see the combo being played. The fact that it does negate skills for the duration of the turn does kind of hinder it a little bit because obviously your first interaction would be to play Power Surge Trunks, the red 2-drop Trunks that we got in the Anniversary box, so that you can draw 2 cards defensively. But because it does negate its skills, it only does come down for 2, and it's basically a blank card. But, you know, if you're still playing Everybody's Pal Yamcha, that's a very good choice to play off of this. If you're playing cards like Quick Rush Trunks for tech options, it's another good choice, and then any vanillas or anything like that. So there's a couple different choices you can make. You can also play 1-drops. You can play Intensifying Power Trunks if you need to for your Chain Zeno play next turn. You can play 1-drop Kaba. There's a couple of choices you can make to play off of this Vegeta, but I like it simply because it's a 15k critical that you can give it a Chomp Art, you can give it Double Strike with Fearless Pan, and you're good to go from there. I definitely can see this card being played in other decks, but for right now, the only deck I've seen it being played in is David's Pan deck. So shout out to you, David, for innovating this and being the creator of this combo that I've seen. And so, it's so juicy, it's so nice. Hopefully, someday soon we can get his deck profile featured in one of our battle chambers, so you guys can see the interactions that he decides to go through for his lines of play. But for the most part, if you guys want to try this out, I think it's a pretty good card. It's very cheap. It's very inexpensive to get your hands on a playset right now. I think it's like 27 cents on TCG Player. It's one of the more underutilized World Martial Arts Tournament power boosters. So let me know if you guys are interested in this type of card. With all you Pan players that are watching in the comment section down below, let me know if this is something that you guys would choose to play. Otherwise, we're going to get on out of here. Thank you guys so much for the continuing support here at No Counters, No Combos. We really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Be there or be squared.